Discipline, not motivation, is the secret force that silently builds every great life and destiny. In a narrow street of a small town stood a dusty old watch shop. Inside lived a young man named Leo. The shop once belonged to his father, a famous watchmaker. People traveled from far villages to repair their clocks with him. But now, the shop was silent. Dust rested on the counters. The ticking sounds were fewer every day. Leo was talented. He understood gears and springs better than most men his age. But Leo hated boring work. He cleaned watches slowly. He delayed repairs. He ignored small customers. Instead, he dreamed big. He wanted to invent magical clocks, clocks with spinning planets, clocks with moving figures, clocks that danced every hour. He filled his notebook with brilliant ideas. But none of them were finished, because when work became hard, Leo quit. Leo worked only when he felt excited. Some days he worked nonstop. Some days he did nothing. When inspiration came, he felt powerful. When problems came, he felt weak. His motivation vanished quickly. Half-built clocks covered his workbench. Broken designs gathered dust. Bills piled up. Customers stopped coming. Leo blamed bad luck. But the truth was simple. He had passion, but no discipline. One morning, an old wealthy man entered the shop. He carried a silent grandfather clock. It was beautiful. Dark polished wood, golden engravings, heavy and ancient. "My father owned this clock," the old man said. "It hasn't worked for 50 years. I took it to many watchmakers," he continued. "They all failed. They said only your father could fix it." The man looked into Leo's eyes. "They say you have his talent. If you fix this clock, I will pay enough to save this shop." Leo felt a surge of excitement. This was not a boring repair. This was legendary. "This will prove my genius," he thought. "I will fix it," he said confidently. For 3 days he worked with passion. He carefully took the clock apart. He felt like a hero. But then came the boring work. Over 1,000 tiny parts. Each one needed cleaning. Each one needed checking. Slow, dull, tedious. Leo's motivation died. After 1 week, Leo was tired. He stared at tiny gears. "This is pointless," he thought. He knocked over screws in anger. He felt like a failure. "I will tell the old man it cannot be fixed," he decided. That night he cleaned his father's old desk. He wanted to quit everything. Then he found something hidden, his father's journals. Leo opened the first journal. It was not poetry. It was not genius. It was boring work logs. Tuesday, cleaned Mrs. Gable's pocket watch, took 3 hours. Thursday, fixed a boy's broken watch for free. Monday, failed to fix town hall clock. Try again tomorrow. Page after page. Hard work, boring work, unfinished work. At the end, a single paragraph. A man who works only when inspired will have many beginnings and no endings. The great clock ticks because it follows rules. You show up even when you feel nothing. The words shook Leo. His father was not great because of genius. He was great because of discipline. The next morning, Leo changed. He made a rule. 4 hours every morning. No excuses, no motivation needed. He cleaned 1 gear. He checked 1 spring. Day after day. Boring, slow, painful. But he continued. Something changed quietly. Leo felt a new pride. Not excitement, not rush, peace. He enjoyed clean brass, perfect gear alignment, tiny improvements. After 3 weeks, he found the flaw, 1 tiny bent tooth. He fixed it carefully, then rebuilt the clock, piece by piece. Finally, he pushed the pendulum. Tick, Tick, tick. The clock lived again. The old man returned. Tears filled his eyes. "You gave me my childhood back," he whispered. Leo understood. This was not about genius. It was about service. It was about discipline. The shop became busy again. Leo became steady. He still dreamed big, but now he finished what he started. Motivation starts journeys. Discipline finishes them. Motivation fades. Discipline stays. Small daily effort builds greatness. Showing up daily builds destiny. If this story inspired you, like, share, and subscribe to Tales of Life. We bring emotional, motivational stories, easy English moral stories, and life lessons daily.